Hi guys, this is your buggy host, TestersLogic from the Testers community. You would be thinking that why this guy? I mean, why should we listen to him? Who's this? Well, I am a freelance test engineer. I have been working for more than 5 years. As a freelancer, it's roughly 3 years. Well, I'm mainly into crowd testing. So people would think what's crowd testing is, why we have to do it, and like if you want to be on your own, do something for on your own, and like you want to work on your terms, crowd testing, freelancing is the way to be. How do we start freelancing? How do we start crowdsourcing? Well, I'm here to help you. So I just googled around in the web, search for ways to do freelancing, ways to start crowd testing, how to approach, where you can go and start. But trust me, I didn't find anything. No, it's like nowhere you get that information. But I started learning it on myself. I almost spent 3 years, uh, and I guess like after my first year things really started working out, and like now I work on my terms, I work on my timings, and I don't have to worry about other things. I love testing is my passion. So let's just have a probably like some a quick time on just understanding what crowd testing is and what you should be doing, right? Okay, so here we go. I would teach you what and all I have learned. You guys teach me if you know anything on freelancing. So let's just utilize this opportunity and grow together. What are all the websites I have worked, where I have earned money? I would definitely show you the proofs. I know, like just talking in the air doesn't like it's not good. PayPal to my bank account, emails, all these things I will show you, right? So happy testing, guys. So testing is all about the passion and the love you share on any app. I guess people definitely say that software testing is easy, anyone can do it. Really? Please think again. So those who are passionate, please stay. I guess you will definitely be benefited by the end of the session. I mean, you wanted to do something, so you open this channel and you are listening to what I'm saying. So please stay tuned. Crowd testing is basically I'm testing an app, so that's called a test engineer testing your app. But crowd testing, hundreds of testers test your app across the world. I mean, literally, the crowd is testing your app. Basically, I'm a client. I want to give a project. I want to deliver my project on time. I have to hit the deadline as soon as possible, right? So if one person tests my app, probably he would take, let us say, like he would take around 5 days to test my app, and it may not be complete as well. But if I put it to crowd, they can finish the testing in probably 3 to 4 hours or maybe 6 hours, and I can have my app released right away after fixing all the issues. So yeah, and that is where we cut down our testing time, because hundreds of people around the world test our app and they give their feedback. We fix those issues and release our app. So that basically we are cutting down the testing time to as low as possible. The M factor, and yeah, the M factor is always the money. If I have to hire a test engineer and keep him for work, let us say like my project takes 1 year for the development, and after that the testing comes into place. So I have to keep feeding my test engineer for that 1 year, right? Obviously, like when you look at the real scenario, that's actually good, because test engineer can benefit you by finding issues in the requirements much ahead. I can hire people for 1 month and I will pay them more for the, like they can just finish the testing and that's done, right? So that's like quick. You can just pick up test engineer from the crowd, pay him, he'll do the work, done, and pay only for the output. People who test the app, they give you what they have found out, their observations, their issues. You definitely know what are issues, what are not, so you only pay for the issues. You can pay like $10 for high, if you find a high issue. May probably it's a UI issue, pay $1, like this. These things vary, and you only find for the output. You get 500 issues from the crowd, and only 100 turn out to be real issues. You only pay for that 100, not for the rest 400, right? That is where the tester's capacity comes up, right? Okay, so innumerable number of devices. I can test on an iPhone, I can test on Nexus 5, I can test on Xiaomi, I can test on Samsung devices, Micromax, Sony devices, anything, right? So I have tablets to test, I have iPads to test, I have a smart TV to test, I can test on my watch, innumerable of devices I can test, right? And that's really an advantage, because at least someone in the crowd will own such a device what you want the testing to be done on. So that's one advantage. And crowd, if I just say testing, probably you can say some company in some remote part of the world, probably 4 5 members who test your app. But if we have a testing community or a crowd, the crowd is a whole world: India, America, China, Sri Lanka, Asia, everyone in the whole world, Australia. So everyone can test your app, right? So the ethnicity varies, the type, the way you use the app definitely varies. And the crowd, they, whatever the issues you get is definitely different from whatever issues I might find. So that's the advantage of being a crowd. Then users use the app rather than test it, right? We if I The best example would be, if I ask you to enter your name, you would definitely go and enter your name, right? But being a test engineer, what I would do, I would give spaces, I would give numbers, I would give special characters, or I can just copy and paste some random URL in my name. That's what a test engineer does, right? But in the real world, name is just like a simple name: Joe, John, Jimmy, whatever. So you just enter that and it's done. So that's what a real user does, and that probably is the main quality what a test engineer should look into: being a real user of the app and not being just a test engineer. Let me say that I am given an application to test on stocks, application which deals exclusively with stocks. I don't have the expertise to test, but someone, my colleague or someone in another company, they would have the expertise. So in the crowd, that's an advantage. You just throw your application into the crowd. Someone who have the expertise on that particular app will pick it, he will test it, he will give you the feedback, and that is where you get good amount of issues. You have not just one expert, you have multiple experts, those who are testing your app, and you definitely have an advantage over the your testing team, because they are experts in those field and they can give you hell lot of valid issues. Test without requirements, that's what is freelance testing. I don't have to keep study on the requirement, just give me the app, I will just use it, right? And whatever I think that is not working out for me, I will definitely give a feedback on that, and now you decide whether to fix those issues or not. And that is freelancing. You don't have to spend your time sitting and study the requirement. I guess no one ever taught you how to use Facebook or WhatsApp, or make a call, or texting someone. These are all like, the app itself will speak what their requirements are. Testing without requirement, that's when you definitely get to know whether the app what you have built reaches your customer and they feel very easy to use your app. That's how you retain the customers. This is a small gist of what crowd testing is. If you think you can do all of this, welcome to crowd testing, welcome to freelancing. And we will look into many websites which offer freelancing and which are trustworthy, which definitely pay you and which value you. So please do subscribe for my channel. The subscribe is basically if you think that the content what I put through is definitely valued, and if you want anything more to know, do comment it out so that I can put that comment, research what I have done, my experience, I can put it. I have few friends, those who are working with me, I have learned from them, they are also freelancers, so let's just hook up with them as well, get experience from them, so what they think, how they really started with crowd testing.